going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Drop y'all ones in the chat so we can get into today's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, family. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Okay, let me see who could hear me. Let me see if y'all could hear me. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and share today's show. Make sure you guys hit that like button and share today's show. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries that's in the chat. Shout out to all the visionaries that's in the cloud. Shout out to everyone that's listening. Let's see who's in the building. I'm going to give my shout outs, and then we're going to get into today's show. We're going to get into today's show. Let's see who's in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to my man, Daryl Richardson. He said, what? What's good, Daryl? How you, bro? Shout out to Miss Letitia. Hey, Letitia. How you doing? Seven Holiday in the building. Salute. Shout out to Cuzzo on the check-in. Salute, Cuzzo. Shout out to Jeff Reviews. Salute. Shout out to my man, Deez. What's good, Deez? Shout out to Bob. What's good, Bob? Boot Camp in the building. What's good, Boot Camp? How you doing? Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat for your brother. Shout out to Miss Angie B in the building. Shout out to Queena. What's up, Queena? Good to see you. I'm glad you could catch me live. Shout out to you as well. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Camille on the check-in. Good to see you, sweetheart. Glad you're here. Free my grandma. What's good, Free my grandma? What's up, chilling with love? How you doing? Good to see you. That's right. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Born and raised in LA. That's right. Rest in peace to neighborhood Nip. Club Fortune. What's good, Club Fortune? Seth's son. Peace, my brother. Peace. Shout out to you, man. My man, let me put the tip in. Salute. Jeffrey Bearfield. What's good, Jeffrey Bearfield? It's been a minute, man. How you? Man, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. Salute. Shout out to the OG Mace. What's good, Mace? Thank you, chilling with love. I appreciate the like and share. Appreciate that. No doubt, OG. Shout out to the OG Mace. I appreciate you, my brother. What's good, Mo Plumbing? How you doing, bro? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone that's listening. We're going to get into today's show. Y'all see today's show. Now, I wasn't going to do a show today. But I have to talk about this. Shout out to my brother Seth's son. Because he was like, yo, bro, what's your thoughts on the Umar Johnson Daily Wrap-Up Crew interview? And I've been seeing clips. I saw a few clips on Instagram last night, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this because, especially this one piece, we're not gonna go into the whole interview, but we're gonna touch on the most important parts. The most important part, and I got the clip of it. Shout out to the Daily Wrap Up crew. Shout out to y'all. But I definitely have to give my take on this situation. And y'all see today's show. Have black men been scared out of their manhood? Have black men been scared out of their manhood? Have we been scared out of manhood? That's today's show. That's the question. Shout out to my comrade, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute. No doubt, Triple Black, salute, salute. We're going to go in on this, man. We're going to go in on this because there's a lot that we speak on here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Me and my brother also speak on it on a podcast, the Foundational Manhood Podcast. And we speak on a lot of the issues, the internal issues that us black men are dealing with. And how those issues, when they go unchecked, when we don't get any help for them, it actually turns into what we have now and what we see today. And we're going to talk about this. And of course, I'm gonna show the clip. We're gonna go through it step by step. What's up, Mrs. KP Bailey? How you doing? But I'm gonna say this. I want to say this. To all you women, because I see Cynthia G is doing a show about this, right? As well as other people. Women. I'm seeing more women speak on this than men. And here's what I have to say to you women. To all of you women who want to speak on what men are supposed to be and what men are supposed to be doing, all that shows men, right? All that shows us is you don't know what you're supposed to be doing as a woman, and you're not doing it. Women who have all the time to sit around and talk about what men should be and what men should be doing are not doing what women are supposed to be doing. Because when women are doing what they supposed to be doing, they're not sitting around harping on what men's supposed to be doing. You see? So just like I get up here and tell black men how they need to stop talking like women and worrying about what these women are doing, y'all need to stop that shit too. Go get some business to tend to. Okay? Go find something to do instead of sitting around talking about what men are supposed to be doing, because you can't check no man. You can't tell a man what he should be doing and where he should be going in his life. You see? And to you women who think that this shit is okay, that's why you don't have a man. Because all you women who sit online and do this, y'all are manless. Not only are you manless, you're husbandless. You don't have a husband, nor do you have a man. And you know one of the main reasons why? Is because you always think you could tell a nigga how to be a man. You always think you could tell a nigga how to be a man. That's feminist. That's from the feminist movement. just like what Umar is talking about in this interview. So I want to let that be known off rip. All you women that love, quote unquote, so-called doing content when it's not content, when all you doing is talking shit to men and about men, that's why you don't have a man. You see? Y'all women got to start thinking. You know there's men watching y'all, right? When y'all be getting up here doing these shows, talking that shit, you know it's men looking at you, right? And a man might find you attractive. He might want to deal with you until you open your goddamn mouth. Until you open your mouth. No, what you need to do, Sugar Bum, is you just need to come in here and listen. That is the job of a man, is to check a woman. Why the fuck do you think men are leaders? It's our job to check women. That's our job. That's not a human thing. Okay? So if you don't want to be checked, that's why you don't have a man. And if you have a problem with that, you can exit the building, Sugar Bum, because today is not the day to play. I'm not playing today. All right? So either you going to chill the fuck out or you could get out. And I stand on that, Sugar Bum. Today's not the day. So you want to come in here on goofy time, you're going to get what you're looking for. You're going to get exactly what you're looking for. Okay? If I sound silly as fuck, get out. See, these are immature, manless women. Why are you in here talking to me about how I sound? Why don't you just go find somewhere else to do? Find something else to do. Go find something else to watch. Go watch Cynthia G. She live right now. Amazingly beautiful. Go find Cynthia G. She talking about this shit right now. Go tell her. Don't come in my chat room with that dumb shit. Because like I said, y'all gonna get what y'all looking for. Because one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna turn down who the fuck I am so you could feel comfortable in your bullshit. This is not the place. Wrong place, amazingly beautiful. No, you don't have a man because I know you don't have a man, Sugar Bum. That's why you stalk men's chat rooms. That's how I know you don't have a man. I know you don't have a man because any man with some substance, he's not going to deal with your mouth and your recklessness and your and all of your chaos. See this? This is a grown goofy broad. She just want to come in my chat room and tell me how I sound. And she probably got children. And this is how she behaves. You see what the truth do to people? You see what the truth do to people? If I'm a clown, why are you watching me? Grown ass woman, amazingly beautiful. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why do y'all like listening to men y'all don't like? Huh? Why y'all like coming and looking at men y'all don't like? Go over there with them cute niggas. Go over there with them Fight Club niggas. Go over there with them clowns where you could go in their chat room and talk that stupid shit. Go to the Fight Club, amazingly beautiful. Go to Anton Daniels. Go to Team Fatty. Go to them goofy niggas. Why y'all like coming in here? Won't y'all go be with the caliber of niggas that y'all like? Because it's obvious you don't like me, so what the fuck you watching me for? Why you watching me? Amazingly beautiful? I didn't say you said I was a clown, sugar bump. Why you taking everything so personal? I'm talking to amazingly beautiful who's in the chat room. Why you think I'm talking to you, sugar bum? I've been off you. I've been off you. You know what to do. Chill out or get out. That's it. I'm not even talking to you no more. I'm talking to amazingly beautiful who wants to come in here and look at a clown. A grown-ass woman who wants to come and watch the circus. Instead of going to watch Cynthia G. No, I'm not, bro. I'm not. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. But see, I just had to say that you women who are on here talking about Umar's holding black men accountable, why don't you let men assume their accountability and shut the fuck up? If you are a female content creator, why aren't you teaching women something? Why don't you teach women how to stop catching yeast infections? Why you don't let the men teach the men? Go sit the fuck down somewhere. You want men to come back and do what men do, but you want to be in my way. Get out of my way. We have the system in our way as black men already. Get out of our fucking way. You want us to check men, right? Sit down. We're not talking to you. Mind your business. Stop speaking on shit that doesn't have to do with women. And it seems like the men got to tell y'all women this because the women won't tell y'all. See, back in the day, a woman would stand up and grab one of y'all women and tell y'all, hey, mind your goddamn business. Men are talking. But see, the grandmothers are now 45 years old. So they can't tell their daughters to go sit the fuck down. You see? Get out our goddamn way. You want us to get back in the community and teach them? Shut up. We don't need your ass hanging out the window, running your mouth. Sit down somewhere. Go teach a home ec class. Do you know most of these girls don't know how to boil rice? But y'all on here telling men what to fucking do. Why don't you teach these young girls how to cook a pot of rice? You know they don't know how to make rice? You know these young girls be making minute rice for Thanksgiving? Cooking rice in a bag? But you got all this shit to tell men on how to be men. Sit down somewhere. Go teach these girls how to use a loofah. Teach them how to put on a pad correctly. Do what women do. Women don't check men. That's what women don't do. How you gonna check the leader? Huh? How you gonna check the leader? Not saying that he doesn't receive counsel from his woman, but when does a woman ever check her man? Like, nigga, what you ain't supposed to be? What? That's why you're manless. Only one you could boss around is your dog. You can't tell no man how to be. You could tell your pet how to be, not no man. You can't tell a man how to be a man. See, this is what TD Jakes was just telling y'all on Father's Day. Stop telling men how to be men when you never was a man and half y'all didn't grow up with a daddy. You don't have representation of men in your life. You never been with a good nigga. A good nigga ain't never take care of you outside of your daddy. So stop telling men how to be men. You don't know what it is. What you need to do, if you want a man, is learn how to be a woman. See, you women are out of order. Be a woman. You see? See, because in this video I'm getting ready to show with Umar, these are female-built niggas. You see? All these years of y'all telling men how to be men, this is why they're effeminate. This is why. Because you raised that nigga. You taught him how to be a man. And then you want to come online and tell men how to be men, but the first thing come out your mouth is these is bitch-ass niggas. Oh, the bitch-ass niggas you raised. You raising these boys to be bitch-ass niggas. That's what you're doing. And if you can't make your son a bitch-ass nigga, you go find a man that you could fuck and make a bitch-ass nigga. And tell him how he should dress, and tell him where he should work, and tell him he need to do this, and tell him when he need to eat, and tell him when he need to be in bed. This is the problem. Shout out to Ebo. He says, keep schooling them, brother. Shout out to Ebo Sosa. I appreciate you, bro. What's up, Trinity Cargo? What's going on? Yes, women need to check women. Women scared to check women. You ain't gonna teach these girls how to home ec. Home ec. You know what home economics is? Huh? Do you know what home ec class is? Teach them how to cook. Teach them how to be women. That's what you women who are content creators, that's what y'all need to be doing. Teaching women how to be women. Why are y'all not doing that? But you all in what men are doing. You always got your mouth on what men are doing and what men are. So what the fuck are you doing as a woman? Besides sitting around waiting for a nigga to come be your man and knowing you ain't ready because your house dirty, it's dishes in the sink all the time. Your goddamn tub got 3 rings around it like Saturn. But you got all this for men. You always speaking on what men doing. Do you know how to crochet? Do you know how to make curtains? See, that's home ec. You know how to make curtains for your house? Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to make curtains? Do you know how to make a blanket? Huh? Do you know how to cook a pot of rice? Do you know how to make gravy from scratch? Woman, instead of worrying about if I know how to fix a fucking tire, y'all sitting around talking on men all day. And the men are sitting around talking on women all day. Oh, these women be putting their butts on the sink. Oh, these women, they be hoeing. Oh, these women, nigga. We should be talking about what we need to be talking about as men. And this is what Umar is going to tell these men. This is what Umar is going to tell these men. But all these women, he needs to, shut up. Shut up. Shut up, please. I need you. That's what I need you to do. That's what I'm going to need you to do. Look, she's still in here talking. She's still in here talking. These women want attention from men. Why? She just called me a clown. Now she's in here trying to prove herself to me. But I'm a clown. Shout out to my man Ism in the building. What's good, Ism? Shout out to you, my brother. He said, I just sent you a Cash App, fam. Keep cooking. Salute. Shout out to my man, Sir Ism. She just called me a clown, said I was stupid, said I was silly, but she's in here trying to prove herself to me. Go have a nice day, young lady. Amazingly beautiful. Go have a good day. Why don't you do that? Well, I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to prove yourself to me. I'm not trying to prove myself to you. I'm not your man. Go about your business. This is what I'm talking about. This is immaturity. Yes, do that so people can hear me. So more people can hear this clown. Amazingly beautiful. Let the world hear this clown, because y'all love a shit show anyway. They love a shit show anyway. Right, Dion? Shout out to my brother Dion in the building. They love a shit show anyway. So yeah, share me out so all these people can hear this clown speak. Because y'all love clown niggas anyway. Fair use, fair use.
Speaking of that,
this is a video by the Daily Wrap-Up crew. I'm getting ready to review. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Right? It says black men must take responsibility for women's poor decision making. You know that's the clickbait. That's the clickbait title. But let's get into how we gonna break this down, because we getting ready to get into it. Thank you, Miss Angie, as always. What's up, Shatera? How you doing? What's up, L'Oreal? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's get to it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button and share the show, y'all. It's very much appreciated. Shout out to Tommy in the building. Shout out to the Now River. Free my guy, Wax AP, man. Free AP, man.
Speaking of that, you know, I've seen a video of yours where you said that feminism has conditioned black women to view black men as the enemy.
It has. Feminism was financed by the CIA. Gloria, what was her name? Gloria Steinem, I think she was.
Right, yeah.
Mother of modern feminism, because traditional feminism goes back to the 1800s, right? With Susan B. Anthony and those white supremacists. But Gloria Steinem was a CIA agent. They financed her. Her first feminist magazine they paid for. The CIA brought feminism into the white household to get the woman out the house, and into the black household to turn the black woman against the black man.
Now y'all heard what modern day feminism was about? It was to get the white woman out the house. And it was to turn black women against their men, to get the black man out the house. See, this was never about y'all, black women. You were used, like we always told y'all. So now y'all gonna question Umar too. Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie too. Okay. Okay.
To scapegoat us for problems caused for her by white supremacy.
So you heard that? You heard that? To scapegoat us for her being a victim of white supremacy. Who's her? The white woman. Not you, black woman. The white woman. And y'all heard me say this plenty of times on my channel. Feminism has something to do. That was white women fighting against their white men. That's what it was always about. You see? They wanted the white woman to go out and work. They didn't want her to be a stay-at-home mother. You see? So they finance feminism because, see, what the white man do is he not going to just fuck up his home. If he going to fuck up his home, he going to fuck up everybody else's. And that's what he did. That's what he did. That's why we're the scapegoat. the black man. We're the scapegoat. We're the ones that's blamed. When this shit had nothing to do with black people from the beginning. From the beginning.
So, obviously, a big thing, obviously, we spoke about the gender wars, earlier. Obviously, there's a lot of conversation nowadays about, the value of what a woman brings and the value of what a man brings in a relationship. And now there's a lot more rhetoric from our women that we hear is, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, right? So,
that's pain speaking, though.
Right.
Because most black women know they will never get a man. A black woman can have sex whenever she wants.
Right.
Because she's beautiful. She can have a bed mate, but to have a soul mate, she may never get.
You heard that? You heard that, black man? You heard that? So when you hear these, and I said this plenty of times, when you hear women say the shit that they saying, it's out of pain, trauma. Black men ain't shit. Black men are bandits. Black men are dusty. She's regurgitating, or she's speaking on her pain. Because all she ever dealt with was dusty dick niggas. All she ever dealt with was bandits. This is what they speaking out of. And y'all heard me say this time and time again. We got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. Meaning there has to be a certain level of understanding and compassion that we have for one another in order for us to truly change something. In order for it to remain solid, it has to be rooted in something solid. And those things needs to be love and understanding. So black men, yes, we have to understand what happened to black women. We got to stop playing the blame game. Y'all heard me say this plenty of times. What's good, H. Burns? What's up, CC? T Church in the building. Dale Diddy, what's good, my brother? Salute. You see? This is why y'all hear me say this time and time again. We got to stop the blame game. Now let's listen. Pay attention to how these guys are responding to Umar, because this is why I titled today's show, Have Black Men Been Scared Out of Their Manhood? Listen to how they respond.
2 daughters, 11 and 20, right? My oldest would be 21 this week. Statistically, right? There's a strong chance my daughter could be one of those. I hope she's not. She could be one of those who never get a husband, because only 1 out of 4 gets a husband. You see that? So when a black woman says, I don't need a man, that is a reaction to the reality that I may not get a man.
So why not preach? Because I understood, you're obviously against interracial relations when it comes to black men with black women. With white women.
With all women. You should only be with the black woman.
And you will say, well, if you can't find a good woman in America, there's
somewhere else.
In Africa.
Absolutely.
So why not teach that same rhetoric to our women? Like, if you feel
I tell sisters all the time, go to Africa. So I know sisters who marry. I just spoke with a sister. She invited me to the wedding. She just married a brother from the continent.
So, but instead of saying they will never get married,
I've taken sisters to Africa who married brothers they met in Africa.
Right.
So yeah,
I think there's plenty. I think there's obviously plenty of black men,
yes,
black women. So
and what I also tell black women, if you're going to go get you an African man from the continent,
right,
you're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to black men in America will not be tolerated over there.
Why the fuck is it tolerated? It's not tolerated here. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Well, over here, I want to say this to us, though. Because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for. Let's be honest. The black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. She's had to do it by herself since the mass incarceration of black males began in the 1970s. You understand me? Most of our children are raised by a single mother right now. And it has been that way for about 50 years. So when a sister says, I don't need a man, because she couldn't find one strong enough to hold her down.
You heard that? You heard that? Now, pay attention. Pay attention to the format. Do y'all notice they're having a black manosphere discussion? Do y'all notice that? Are y'all noticing this? He's having the same conversation that the two opposing sides in the manosphere has been having for years, where you got one side who want to harp on women and talk about what women's supposed to be doing and how women are supposed to be doing this. And then on the other side, you got, well, what are we going to do? Pay attention. Pay attention to the dynamic, fellas.
Or when you meet a woman and you say, sister, I'm strong enough to be your man. You ain't got to work or you ain't got to pay the bills or whatever. Pull back. I got you. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that. And then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection. See, what you're saying, you're selecting a poor mate. And what I'm saying is they don't have much to select one, so of course you're going to end up with a poor mate. And why is she going to end up with a poor mate? Because we as black men are not raising black boys to be the men that our women need. We are.
Bingo. Bingo. What have I been saying over here since day one? We are our own agency, black men. This shit is on us. I did a show in the past. It's not our fault, but it is our problem. Black men, I'm going to say this again. It is not our fault. It is our responsibility. This is what Umar is trying to tell these men who are scared to still be men because they feel they won't be accepted by certain type of women. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Oh, you can't get a little street coochie? You see the problem? The same problem we got right here in the manosphere is the same problem Umar's having talking to these men because they're gravitating to these soft-ass manosphere talking points about trying to correct a woman instead of trying to correct our motherfucking community because the environment will force her to fucking change. That's what Umar is saying. When we gonna come together as men and deal with this shit. As men, forget them. They have a role, but we not talking to them. Let's continue.
Are not. They out there killing themselves right now. What we doing about it? Unemployed black males, what we doing about it? Pants sagging, weed smoking, what we doing about it? Black men are not raising black boys to be the men our community needs. That is 100% our fault. What I'm saying is she got a right to be angry with us. She got a right to be angry with us. We have not been on our job as black men. If the men are the providers, what have we been providing for our community? I'm not speaking you individually.
Yes.
Because you may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father. But guess what? What are we doing for the community? What are we?
Hey, manosphere, you want to keep talking about these women? What did I been tell y'all? This is not about rugged individualism. This is not about if you're a good father to your kids. Because men care about the community. Men don't just care about themselves. Because a community is comprised of what? A collection of families. And who are the leaders in those families? The men. So why wouldn't you give a fuck about your community? You sound stupid. Men care about the community. You know why? Because my children and my women are going to operate in the community. So why do we have men saying fuck the community? Where your kids gonna be? Where your family gonna be? In another community where you have no control, where you have no say-so, but your family's supposed to be safe. You see why this rugged individualism stuff is foolish? It's a bunch of malarkey. Because it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't change anything. Okay, I'm a good father to my children. You a good father to your children. But my children and your children go to school in a community where other children are less fortunate. You don't give a fuck about that? So what if your child become best friends with one of them kids? So you just gonna say fuck his friend, fuck her friend? That's not a man, man. That's not a man. That's not a man. Right, but black women won't let us lead. Right, Shannon B. Right.
We doing for the children who don't have a father.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think the black woman got a right to be angry when she's been raising 2/3 of the kids by herself for 50 years? And the minute she raised her voice, we say she's not humble enough. She had to become masculine to survive the rape, the molestation, the domestic abuse. Are you telling me you can't see how we created that?
I understand that, but she needs
if
to
we
be
was
more
loving
selective.
our women and taking care of our women, do you think
You heard this weak ass dude? I understand that, but she needs to be more selective. How? What the fuck do she got to choose from? What does she have to choose from? See, these niggas are trying to run from being men. And the reason why this is happening is because of the system, but also due to trauma. Dealing with women. This is why I say we got to heal before we build, fellas. Because see, just like Umar's talking to these niggas, I'll be talking to them the same way. Because they scared to stand up and to let their nuts hang. They're afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid. Either you gonna get out my way or stay in the peril you stay in. You see, if the men were out in the community, that's how we roll. We here now. We're here now. What's up? What's up? And then soon as you run into a mother who get the mouthing all off and telling you what you ain't gonna do with her son, you know that's a house you leave alone. Here, bye. See, because leadership is not forced. You can't force these women to follow. So, if you choose not to, that's your choice. Bye. I'm gonna sit here and argue with you. Fuck, I'm gonna argue about what's good for you, to you. If you don't think it's good for you, goodbye. Simple.
she would be like that? That personality has a history.
If she's picking Pookie and Ray Ray instead of
you're making her a scapegoat.
No, she's picking a scapegoat.
No.
There go that dumbass talking point. She's picking Pookie and Ray Ray. There go that dumbass manosphere. You see why I said we got to stay away from the cyberspace malarkey? Look at how it's spreading. Look at how these are manosphere talking points these guys are using. I hope y'all notice. These are black manosphere talking points. But she picks Pookie. No, just say what you really want to say. She's fucking Pookie because she didn't pick him. See, this is the problem with you dudes. You think she picked him because she fucking him. Because you still running around here thinking with your dick. That's why you want rugged individualism, which is why you don't see yourself in the community. Because you're still a little boy, nigga. You still walk around thinking with your little pee-pee. That's what you doing. Y'all are 60-year-old pee-pee holders. Running around here holding your pee-pee. Trying to pee on everybody. Like a little boy in the bathroom who can't aim his dick in the toilet bowl. Y'all are grown-ass men. Oh, she won't pick me. She won't have sex with me. That's what y'all really just need to say. She won't have sex with me. She won't have sex with me. She wants to keep having sex with Pookie. What that got to do with you being a leader in the community, nigga? Oh, so you want to be a leader in the community so you can run around and fuck all these little boy mamas. Huh, you little dirty ass nigga? That's what you think you're going to do? No. No. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you do, if we get to marching in the community and we hear one of the brothers is running around and just having sex with these little boy mamas, we're going to beat you the fuck up. You heard me, nigga? If we get out in this community, in these communities, and you niggas think y'all gonna run around and be whoremongers, run around sleeping with all these little boy mamas, nigga, we'll beat you the fuck up. You're getting DP'd, nigga. Discipline, nigga. Discipline, nigga. We gonna beat you the fuck up. Yeah. This is why I say, women, keep your mouth off us. We got this shit. Niggas get out of line, we'll beat them the fuck up. That's what happens. That's what happens in organizations when you violate codes. You get your ass beat. So if you think you're going to be a leader out in the community so you could get some pussy, we'll beat you the fuck up, nigga. We'll beat you the fuck up and put you in the hospital, nigga. We'll beat your ass.
There's good
Can I ask you a
quality
question?
men that they ignore.
Why she even got it? Why is there even a Pookie in the selection?
You gotta ask Heather.
No. I'm gonna tell you why there's a Pookie in the selection.
What?
Because black men have abandoned black boys and have allowed social media, white media, athletes, and rappers to raise them. That's
bingo. What have we been speaking on here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV lately? Negative media portrayal. The TV, athletes, and rappers are raising these little boys. Not us. Not us. These are facts. And to go even deeper on what Umar just said, how we know that's facts is because most of us want to be rappers. Most of us dress like rappers. What's up, Queens of Virtue?
That's why she with Pookie. If we never allow Pookie to develop, she would not have a Pookie. If we're going to be men, the first thing we got to do is take responsibility for why our women feel the way they feel.
I can hear that.
I'm not saying that they're right to disrespect, because even if a woman disrespects me, right, that still don't give me a right to disrespect her because she's still the queen of the community. Even if she's not acting like it, I'm going to give her that respect. But when I hear brothers talk like this discourse we having now, we act like we don't understand.
No,
there's reasons for that shit.
I do understand. Women are so valuable. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think women ground men and help them, propel to the next level.
Manosphere talking points. This little General Tito looking ass nigga. Look at General Tito. Hey Tito, that's you, nigga? I didn't know you had dreads, nigga. Look at General Tito. And Israel Mills. Look at these goofy ass niggas. The women, they help men go to the next level. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. They help us go to the next level. What type of flimsy ass shit was that as a response to what Umar just said? Look at Israel Mills and General Tito. These are black manosphere niggas, and they using all them dumbass talking points. That's why they getting shot down. Because when you around real men, this is what's going to happen. You ain't going to sit in a man's face and talk like no broad and talk about, oh, but the women, because that's how men hear that shit. That's how we hear that. But the women, nigga, we talking as men. Why you talking about women, nigga? Why you talking about what the women doing? And we sitting here talking about what we supposed to be doing. Israel Mills and General Tito. Black manosphere ass niggas with all them weak ass talking points. Rugged individuals, simps, tricks, and Johns. They crying because they want a better hoe selection. They want the Mariah Mills to pick them. That's what these niggas are crying about. And they think that they can hide it with their little rhetoric. Umar see right through that shit. Umar see right through it.
I think men get further in life with a woman, right? But if I'm a hardworking man, but I'm only looked as resources,
okay,
and then she's ready to jump on Tom, Dick, and Harry because he got flash, he's shining a little bit more, his access to money is quicker than mine. It's kind of hard to have that.
Well, no, one.
More black manosphere rhetoric. Oh, but you know, because Pookie, he's a hustler and he gets his money faster, and I'm a hard worker, and they like hustlers, so they're really not gonna choose me because at the end of the day, they really like the street guy. You see how you trying to take it back to Pookie? Because you're taking it back to Pookie because your conversation is all about coochie, weak nigga. That's why y'all always talk about Pookie in the black manosphere, because that's who having sex with the black women y'all want to have sex with, right? Pookie rhymes with what? Coochie. Pookie gets the coochie. That's why I keep talking about Pookie, because you niggas are weak. Y'all talking about cootie cat. This nigga talking about what are men gonna do to change the community. Y'all talking about Pookie and Coochie. Black manosphere. Pookie and Coochie. That's all you niggas got to talk about on that side. Because you're weak. Because you ran by that cootie cat. And you want Umar to be on the team with you. Team cootie cat. No, nigga. We men. Women are supposed to be on with team coochie. They women. They got coochies. All this Pookie talk is coochie talk. That's all it is.
I agree with you, but that's not all sisters.
No, it's not.
And if you're constantly running into that type of woman,
then
the problem is you, because you're attracting a certain low vibrational energy. Why
not have that same energy for women? You just again, you held the man responsible.
We have a conversation as men.
Yeah,
I got I got plenty of interviews with all women where I check them too.
All right.
But as a man, you should not be concerned about what I say to them.
No.
How many times have I said that on this show? Hold up. Hold up. Hey, Mrs. Fem, how you doing? What's up, Kari? How you doing, Kari? How many times have y'all heard me say this? The same shit Umar just said. I'm talking to men. Why are you niggas bringing up women? This is the problem I always had in the black manosphere. This is the problem I always had with you niggas. And y'all always had with me. Why can't we talk like men? So the apex of a man's conversation is coochie? This is what Umar is saying. I'm talking to y'all. When I'm around women and when I interview women, I check women and I tell women what they need to hear. But I'm talking to men. Why the fuck y'all keep bringing up women and how I need to hold them accountable? You're doing what women are doing. And Umar getting ready to tell him that. And Umar's getting ready to tell him that. Watch this.
As men, we should be concerned of what we're going to do to produce a better generation of black males for tomorrow. That's the only, that is where we should be focused on.
Women bring the choice of life, right? We understand that, right? I can't have a child unless a woman agrees.
And she can't carry one if you didn't put it in her.
I agree with that 100% too, right? But whether or not, if you want that child or not, she can still make that decision. It's only
if
up to her.
you don't put a seed in her, nothing else happens. And no woman can make you put a seed in her. So the original act was the responsibility of a man.
True. I mean,
all right. So
black manosphere goofiness. But women are the ones that bring life into the world. General Tito. General Bozo. Nigga done grew dreads. But women bring family into they bring life into the world. Oh, you talking about the seed that man planted in her? Yeah, she's the soil. Who put the seed in there? Huh? She's the vehicle. She's the vehicle. Who put the gas in it? Can a car run without gas or electricity? Who brings the spark? The man. Look, he goofy and he's smiling. He think it's funny. These are goofy niggas. Look at Israel Mills. Look at Israel Mills. Goofy nigga. Goofy ass niggas. Look at them, thinking it's cute. They think this shit is a joke. They think men sitting around talking about what we're gonna do for the community is a joke. Black men sit around and take sports more serious than changing a motherfucking community. This is why today's show have black men been scared out of their manhood. You niggas don't want to be men. Y'all want to sit the fuck around all day, scratch your balls, watch sports, play the game. This is what you niggas want to do. This is what you niggas want to do. Go groom your dog. Want to go heat up last night's pork chops. Sit at home all fucking day and play Call of Duty. Well, we're on zombies, bro. We're on zombies. We're on zombies, bro. Nigga, it's zombies outside. You know them little boys that keep shooting up the fucking schoolyard? What do you call them? Oh, so they're not zombies. You shooting up zombies on a fucking video game when them little black boys in your neighborhood is zombies because they have perks. They high off Xanax and Adderall and smoking K2 and Flocka and sniffing fentanyl. The zombies is outside, dumbass weak niggas. Oh, you just want to play the game. I'ma shoot the zombies on the game. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. You want to play a fucking video game all day because you scared of reality, nigga. I know why you niggas sit around and play the fucking game all day. Because you scared to go out and really get active. Can you really shoot like that? You a master shooter on the game. Can you shoot like that in real life? You a man. When last time you been in a shooting range? Have you ever been to one? But you get on the internet and talk tough. Have you ever been to a shooting range? Have you ever shot targets? Huh? But you want to shoot on a motherfucking video game. Virtual reality ass niggas. This is why you niggas love the cyber world. This is why you use cyber talking points. These niggas up here laughing, goofing off. The same shit they do on Fight Club. The same little bum, degenerate ass shit they do over there on Team Fatty. Niggas don't want to do nothing. Niggas don't want to do nothing. Nothing that men do. You've been scared out of your manhood. That's why you stay on the game all day. That's why you stay on the game. Because you've been scared out of your manhood. Because the shit you supposed to be doing is outside, nigga. It's outside. But guess who outside? Them zombies. And you scared of them, nigga. You scared. You scared. You're scared of the zombies. Ain't you? But you'll play the game all day. You'll play the game all day. What's up, Kari? Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. She says, no one wants to do their own work. It's a scientific fact that water seeks its own level. Right. That's why everyone's not a leader. Shy B, I appreciate the $20 super chat, Shy B. You ain't got to be shy, B. Shout out to you, though. I appreciate that. Shout out to Ebo for doubling up. He says, these dudes are trash. This is why I say the phrase rest in accountability. It must be taught in teen years. Your decisions are yours and yours alone. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Ebo. Let's get what's good, D-Ski. Shout out to D-Ski Valley in the building. Shout out to my man Boogie Man. What's good, Boogie Man? Joe Blast. What's good, Joe Blast? D-Ski says, like I told George, the real good men are working 50 to 70 hours a week taking care of their families. They don't have time to benefit the community in the fashion that change would necessitate. Shout out to my brother Dale Diddy. He says, we recklessly plant seeds but blame uncultivated soil for not producing good fruit. Absolutely. Absolutely. D-Ski says the economy puts a lot of pressure on families. America is stressed and overworked. Absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. But we have to change our focus. You see, we have to change our focus. This is not, the economic problem is a result of a spiritual problem. This is what we got to understand, D-Ski. I understand that men, this is why there's going to be different groups of men who's going to specialize in certain things. This is why it takes a community of men. You may be on the economic side of things, my brother D-Ski. But then you still have to communicate with your spiritual leaders. You still have to do that, because the reason why there's economic turmoil is because of the spirit that the system is ran under. You see? See, only a low-level malefic spirit will want people to be enslaved to them, will want people to be indebted to them. These are low-level people. These are the people who created the system in which we all live in. So with us as Black men understanding that, we have to change our trajectory on why we do what we do. So we're not just going to work to pay bills and to leave money for our children. No, there's a deeper meaning behind that. This is where other men come in at, to express that to the community. Your dad just doesn't work to pay bills. Your dad works because this is what men do. He's showing you the characteristics of a man, of a good man. So it's not just about dad working to give you what you want. No, dad is showing you what you're supposed to be doing. And dad is going to make sure you're ready to do that. See, it's deeper than what we out here portraying it to be. And we have to be able to explain this to our children. Our families must understand what we mean to them. And we have to show them that. And we don't show them that just by having all the bills paid. You see? Because then you become a wallet to your family. You become an ATM to your family. And this is a lot of Black men already feel fucked up because of that. But a lot of Black men put themselves in that predicament because they don't want to show that they have substance. Everything a Black man does, there's supposed to be substance behind it. There's supposed to be substance behind it. Shout out to Bob. He said, I can't allow disrespect while trying to help. Disrespect from who? D-Ski Valley says, that's why we so cutthroat. Individualism is no good, but I get it. But people in survival mode, even on YouTube. Facts. Facts, my brother. Facts. Big facts. Because that's why we can't see each other as a community, because we're in survival mode. But how do we get out of survival mode? We have to understand that we're our own agency. We have to understand that we have to heal before we build. Because if we're in survival mode, that means that what? We're constantly faced with trauma that we can't overcome or move past. This is why healing is important. Heal before we build, brothers. But look at these goofy niggas. They think this shit is a game because they don't take life serious. And this is why women are not taking Black men serious, because you niggas don't take life serious. You up here living for a fucking talking point. Knowing off the computer you're miserable. Knowing off the computer you're miserable. And Bob, you don't have to tolerate disrespect, my brother, on no level. You don't have to tolerate disrespect. You see? But if you never did nothing to earn no respect, then don't complain about that either. See, because remember, respect is earned. Remember that. Remember, that's what we were taught as children. We can't forget that now because we grown.
Did Black men willingly leave the household, or was it the system that was?
It was
pushing
systemic.
All right. So how, if we giving them grace for them having to do it without us, but it wasn't our fault, how we not getting that same grace and that same respect?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Black men, as the leaders of the community, now
We can't be leaders.
here's the
Women
question
not
we got to
accepting
make.
that.
Here's the
Here go Tito again. We can't, women are not accepting that. Look at Tito. Women are not expecting, they're not respecting that. Nigga, what the fuck this got to do with women? This is what I keep telling you, men. Why, when you think of yourself as a man, you think of a fucking woman? Please explain this to me. Why, when we talk about manhood, niggas go back to women? What? Why, when we talk about being men, you have men that always revert back to women? What the fuck that got to do with women? What you being a man and doing what men do have to do with women? Oh, so you only do it because of a woman? You're not a man, bro. See, this is what y'all have to accept. If you are living your life and saying you a man because what a woman may think of you, bro, you're lost. And that's why you don't get respect from women. Because she has nothing to respect, because you don't respect yourself. Because every time we talking about manhood and masculinity, you talking about her. Why do black men always bring up women? Why? Y'all don't find this to be an issue? Why is only black men do this shit? White men don't do this. When the white manosphere is talking about manhood and masculinity, they not talking about women. They not talking about no fucking women. Only black men are doing this. They not letting us lead. What? We can't be leaders. We can't be leaders. So basically what you're saying is a woman has to let you know that you could be a man. This is why today's show is titled, Have Black Men Been Scared Out of Manhood? Out of their manhood. I think a lot of black men today are afraid to be men. We're afraid to speak up. We're afraid to stand up against our own women. We're afraid to stand up against our own women and tell them that this is for the benefit of all of us. If you don't want to be a part of it, goodbye. We're afraid to be men because we don't want to hurt her feelings. Why? Because you might not get no coochie tonight. See, that's why. See, I know a jelly-back nigga when I hear one. I know a open-toe sandal-wearing nigga when I hear one. You all worried about some cootie. That's why you don't want to lead. Because you don't lead in the bedroom. Didn't I do that show? Didn't I do that show? These are sexually submissive men. They are coochie driven. This is why we can't have conversations as men. Because somebody gonna always bring up, well, what about the women? Nigga, shut up. L. Nixon in the building. Salute, my brother. And let me say this. While you niggas is sitting around worried about what women gonna do and waiting for women to change, black women are waiting for us, the man, to fuck up. That's what they waiting for.
The question. Because the argument y'all make
Yeah.
feeds into the feminist agenda.
Okay.
It's an argument that says, I don't want the responsibility.
I'm gonna leave it.
I don't want to fix shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fall back and let her run everything. That's what the feminists tell. They say, look at them, making excuses for why they can't be better men, making excuses for why they can't make better men. You understand? Your argument feeds the feminist narrative.
That's
dangerous.
not what we're making excuses for.
I'm saying I am the better man, but I shouldn't be held responsible because you wanted to choose a Pookie and a Ray Ray. That's not me. I worked too hard in my
go
life.
Back to what I said. Pookie and Ray Ray shouldn't exist. And the only reason why Pookie and Ray Ray exist because we're not in the community making those boys the men they need to be. Do you see that? And, she don't get a Pookie if you didn't allow a Pookie.
But she got an Eli. She ain't come to Eli. She went to Pookie. And that's what we're trying to say.
She wouldn't have had a Pookie if we didn't allow one.
I worked too hard in my life.
Right. She wouldn't have had a Pookie if we didn't allow one.
But Dr. Umar, we
men supposed to raise the boys.
Right. We as men, let's hold other men accountable for the same thing that you talking about right now.
What are we doing for the young brothers in the street? So
what you mean, mentoring them? No, I mean he's a great father.
I ain't talking about that's individual. That's good, but that's individualism. Yeah. What are we doing collectively as men to change the trajectory for black boys in the streets right now? Nothing.
We're being
talking shit.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing but talking shit. I work too hard. Nigga, you work too hard to do what? You work too hard to do what? You work too hard to do what? You work too hard to do what, nigga? To talk about why a woman need to listen to you? You sound stupid. You sound stupid. I work too hard. You work too hard to do what? That's why I don't be wanting to hear that economic argument. Because what? The economic problem didn't bring fathers back in the house. We still dealing with fatherless homes. We still have a jobless issue. We still have an incarceration issue. So what the fuck did going to work and working 50 to 70 hours do for the collective of black men? Not for what it did for you and your house. Collectively, how have that changed anything? It hasn't. Because our trajectory has to change. Our reasoning for working 50 to 70 hours has to change. Outside of you just taking care of your family. See? Some of those hours need to be allocated to men in the community, the boys in the community. Or to come home and creating a program for black boys. Taking some of them resources from working all those hours to do something for the community. See, that's what white men do. That's what Latino men do. They don't just go work 50 to 70 hours and then say, oh, I worked all these hours to take care of my family. No. They work 50 to 70 hours a goddamn week. That's why when you go in their neighborhood, it's Mexico City, nigga. They only selling tacos, burritos, and all of that shit. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why they go work, so they can establish something in the community, in society. They don't just work to pay bills and to say I'm cute and look what I bought and I get what I want and I do what I want. Only black men do that. Only black men. Oh, I work too hard. To do what? Brag about it, nigga? It ain't helping the greater good or nothing.
I mean, you could take
it's not going to get better unless we put hands on deck. The reason the athletes and the rappers are the role models is the professional black man moved out the hood. Where the dentist at? He ain't in the black community no more. Where the lawyer at? Where the business owner at? Where your city council person at? We
You don't
abandon
even know who that
black
is.
boys, and then we blame black men for poor choices in mates that they should not even have to make if we did a better job raising our boys the right way. At the end of the day, if I'm gonna call myself a man, the ultimate responsibility for reconstruction of the black community rests with me. Yes, they have a role. Yes, they have responsibility. But as a man, as a leader, to say I can't fix this shit unless she changes, that's not the definition of a man.
I don't see. I think when
I've said that numerous times. So we can't fix shit unless she gets in line. Y'all have been scared out of manhood. My brother Del Diddy says, I worked too hard in my life. That's the most selfish feminine thing I heard today. Facts. That is feminine. That's how women talk. I work hard. I deserve to go buy these shoes. I work hard. I deserve to go buy that bag. I work hard. I should go on this cruise. Men don't think like that. Men don't talk like that. Because you work hard, somebody need to kiss your ass. When that's what men's supposed to do. See, because they working for coochie. These are Johns. These are Jonathans. They working for coochie. They working hard, going to school, getting a trade, so they can say, look at me, have sex with me. I make more than $10 an hour. I make more than $15 an hour. Have sex with me. Because they think that's what make them a man.
we're on two different accords. Like, I don't think we're saying that. What I'm saying is I'm capable of being that leader, that provider. I've worked hard in my life. You get what I'm saying? I should not have to.
You still go back to individualism.
But I only feel like we tell black men that we have to now deal with masculine women, women with children.
Why is she masculine? Because she's had to raise the kids alone. Not one woman,
so
brother, a whole community.
So you mean to tell me the only woman I can look forward in my life is a masculine woman that has kids by other men?
No.
That's what I have to look forward to?
But
I. Notice what he's saying. What I. You know who talk like that? Women. I. What I done? But I just did this. I just spent this. I just did this. But what about me? This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. So this is the new black manosphere, huh? This is the new black manosphere. These are going to be the new niggas y'all niggas are listening to. The daily wrap-up crew. A bunch of 3 jellyfish sitting on a fucking couch. Jellyfish. But I. Bob says personal needs come first. We don't have to accept that. Okay, and guess what? A woman don't have to accept you being scared. You see how that works, Bob? Since you want to say it's personal needs come first, so her personal needs should come first too. And that means she won't pick you. You won't be picked. Because she needs her personal needs met. And you can't meet them because according to her, you're weak. She needs a strong man. You're not strong. You're weak. You're a quitter. So she doesn't have to accept that. Fair game now, right? But y'all don't like to hear that. See, y'all don't like to hear for you being weak and scary, you shouldn't get no coochie. See, now you don't want to hear that part, right? Because you want me to blame her. So she could give you some coochie. Because that's what all this shit is about. That's why you niggas complaining and whining. And I'm not talking about you, Bob. But that's why these niggas on this couch is complaining and whining. Because they want to sit at home and go get the dog groomed and still get that guac 3000. They still want that guac 3000, and all they doing is playing 2K. They think because they go to work and got a little job and pay some of the bills and play 2K and stay in the house, they a leader. No. So if that's the nigga you want to be, that's what you're going to be. And don't complain when you get treated this way. Don't complain. Because just like you don't have to accept it, they don't. They don't. Shout out to Ebo again, man. I appreciate you, bro. He said, but you know I work no less than 60 hours every week. This provision is the very lowest form of provision men celebrate amongst themselves. Wow. Shout out to Ebo. He said money is the lowest form of provision. The lowest form of provision. He works 60 hours and he a truck driver. No less than 60 hours every week. And he a truck driver. What's up, Khadijah? Bob says, I'm not scared of anyone. I can't control what others think about me. I know I tried to help and was disrespected. You tried to help an individual woman. Or did you try to help your community? Because see, we talking about men helping the community. We're not talking about you trying to help a woman out and she didn't know what type of man you were. So she took you for granted. That has happened to all of us, Bob. Okay? That has happened to all of us, Bob. The community. When did you try to help the community? What did you do? Did you have a program for the youth? Were you feeding the homeless? What were you doing in the community? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And that doesn't mean you give up. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean the work stops. The work don't stop, bro. This is why I tell you we're our own agency. This is why we got to get together. We got to have all hands on deck to keep guys like you motivated, Bob. We got to keep brothers like you motivated. Of course, you're going to deal with disrespect. Our people are traumatized. We're gonna be met with that. This is why you got to have other brothers around you to keep you motivated, bro. Other brothers keep me motivated. The stuff that y'all say motivates me and keeps me motivated. We're our own agency. We're our own agency. That's why you got to be around more brothers, bro. You got to be around more men. That's gonna tell you, nah, bro. Let me see what you was working on. Nah, let's do it. We could tweak this. We could tweak that. This is what we're supposed to be doing when having conversations such as what we're watching. But these niggas want to talk about cootie cat and why women don't want to have sex with them and they worked all their life and got degrees. This is the same argument. They're trying to make the high value man argument. This is bullshit. This is keeping us stagnant, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all brothers something. You know when a woman really respect you? Because we said men look at love as respect, right? You know when women really respect you, bro? When you do something that's bigger than yourself. When you do something that's bigger than her. That's when you're going to get real respect from women. When you about standing on something bigger than her. See that? When she understands that your purpose is first, not her coochie. The first P is purpose. Not your vagina. That's when a woman gonna respect you. She may not like you, bro. She may not like you, but in her heart, she ain't got no choice but to respect you because she know you're a man. Because she know you're a man. And that's what you got to get past too, Bob. You got to move past women not liking you. Got to move past that, bro. See, because if you a man with a purpose, you ain't got to worry about women not liking you. You ain't got to worry about women liking you. You know why? Because you focused on something bigger. That's how you get real respect from women. When she see you going somewhere in life. And when you going somewhere in life, that ain't got nothing to do with your job. That ain't got nothing to do with you in the bedroom. That ain't got nothing to do with that. You see? What is this? This man has a purpose. This man has a purpose. And his purpose ain't to just please me. This man actually care about people. This man care about them little boys that's outside playing with his son. His daughter outside playing with them little girls. So why wouldn't we want to fix the community? When we got 9-year-old little girls outside in groups talking about having sex at 9. Because her father ain't in the house and some sick ass nigga in the house touching her. Because he laid up with her confused ass mother. Because her mother been beaten, battered by men. That's why she got a predator in the fucking house. And he harming that little girl. And then she go outside and spread that fresh shit to her circle of little friends. How you think this shit happens? So you don't care about the little boys your son grow up with. You don't care about them. I do. You know why? You know why? Because I start selling crack with my friends. That's why. The first gun I ever had from my friends. Them niggas outside. Them niggas in the community. Yeah. I sold drugs with my friends. Me and my friends committed crime. So why the fuck we don't care about the community? Huh? You sound stupid. You sound stupid, nigga. Because your kids got to go to school. Your kids got to go to school with other kids that grow up in a neighborhood. I'm not telling you to go and fix all the goddamn kids. And see, you niggas got to stop responding to shit like women too. Because y'all always looking for a I told you so moment. That's very feminine. That's very feminine. You men need to stop that shit too. Learn how to listen to something that makes you uncomfortable without you responding like a fucking woman. Well, the point is, y'all are men. So because you hearing something you don't agree with, you start talking like a woman. And y'all don't even see yet that y'all do this because it's programmed in y'all. You always got to have a "I told you so" statement. You always got to be white. Somebody always got to, slow down and come to your point of understanding. That's not how men talk to one another. That's not how men operate. This is not a "I told you so" moment. This is not about, well, my point mean more than yours. No, we're our own agency. That's why it's called adding on, adding to the bill. You add on. I'm not trying to stop you or hinder you or tell you wrong when I know you right. No, I'm going to come in and add on. I'm not going to say, oh, nah. We really should. That's feminine. I ain't doing that, cuz. That's feminine. That's feminine. Deesky says a lot of our kids in the hood are disrespected and disinterested in anything productive in the hood. Each one teach one turns into a help financially situation. I still do it though because it's a struggle. Facts, bro. These are facts, bro. These are facts. That's what it has turned into, but you still help because you know it's a struggle. That's real, bro. That's real. And we need brothers like that. We need brothers who, listen, we need the brothers who just care enough to participate in the way that they do. You see, Bob, I'm not telling you to be on the front line, my brother. If that's not where you think you belong, you see? No, support what the brothers are doing in any way you can. Add on. If you care about black men, if you care about black folk, do what you can. Everybody who supported the Black Panthers wasn't Panthers. Everybody who supported the Deacons of Defense that came out of the black church, the Deacons of Defense, look them up. They wasn't on the front line with all those men. Some of them just supported them. Financial support, social support. When they gave events, they came out and volunteered. They were vendors. They did stuff. I'm not asking you to stand out there with a machine gun, nigga. I'm not asking you to stand out there with a machine gun. I'm not saying that, bro. But don't throw in the towel because you still got brothers here that's with you. Shout out to the OG Big Dale in the building. You see that? This is a real OG that supports me, and I support him. He really in Chicago doing the real work. He know all those guys we listen to. All those guys, Dirk, Duck, all those guys. Those are his, that's his family. Those his little bros and nephews and cousins. So he need brothers on the East Coast that's promoting that word just like they are over there in Chicago. Why? Because in New York and on the East Coast and in the Northeast region, our young boys are ran by drill rap. He's from the home of drill rap. So guess what he's doing? Him and his brothers, they're trying to change the home of drill rap so drill rap could change. And then if drill rap change in the home of drill rap, it's going to affect New York. It's going to affect these other young boys in these other places. And they're going to change what they rap about, which will change how they behave. See that? It's a unified front. We are our own agency. It's a unified front. Everybody who was a Panther didn't stand on the front line with an AK. You do know those brothers had degrees, right? You do know those brothers were professional men, right? You do know that, right? Look up Matulu Shakur and what he done. Bobby Seale, Fred Hampton. But see, they'll paint those men in the media as pookies. No, these men were black intellectuals. They were all around men. They were leaders. Intellectually, health-wise, socially. They were all around men. See that? Those are our ancestors. That's where we come from. But it seems like black men have been scared. We scared. What, we scared to die? Huh? We scared to die? Is that what it is? We scared to take a bullet. I know. I know we scared to get assassinated. Mm-hmm. I know. I know what it is. I know what it is with you niggas. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You scared to die for a real reason. You scared. You done got scared out your manhood. See, because when it come to being a man, you supposed to down on your feet before you live on your knees. You supposed to die on your feet before you live on your knees. That's what it is to be a man. Why do you think all other men study our history? Because we are the quintessential definition of what manhood is. The black man, the one who's the most resilient. You see, Bob? Don't worry about that disrespect, bro. Resilience. You bounce back, nigga. You let them know I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here. Yeah, you could curse me out, but I guarantee you in 6 months, you won't be cursing me out. You'll be thanking me. Yeah. Resilience, bro. Don't back down from a challenge. Don't back down, bro. You got brothers out here that's not scared, bro. We can't be scared. Nigga, at least we gonna die for a reason. I'd rather die in the community than die from a fucking heart attack. I'd rather die trying to save my community and my people and get shot than to die from cancer, than to die from Alzheimer's, than to be sitting in a motherfucking hospital wilting away. I'd rather get a shot in the fucking head. I'd rather that. I'd rather that. I'd rather that. Fuck, I'm gonna die from eating turkey sandwiches? No! I'd rather die like that. I'd rather die that way. I'd rather die with some honor. Because, see, I come from honorable men. I don't come from poo-putt niggas. And niggas that just stand for shit and just I don't come from that. And if you support Sheep Stay Sleep TV and you support DS1 Ross, I'm not going to allow you to be that way around me. Cause nigga, we got you. Ain't nothing to be scared of, nigga. But God. It ain't me. That's the only thing, nigga. That's the only thing, nigga. Shouldn't be scared of nothing else. You want to die from Alzheimer's? Huh? You want to die from eating pork chops? I'd rather die in the field. Because I know my brother's going to tell my story. I know my brother's going to raise my jersey in the rafters, and I'm going to live forever. I'd rather die like that. What happened to black men dying for a purpose? Huh? What happened to that? What happened to dying like men? Huh? Man, shout out to Ebo, man. I appreciate you, bro. You've been going crazy this episode. I appreciate the super chats. He says, my bad. We went through a dead zone. To answer the sister in the chat, yes, financial provision is the lowest form of provision that should be celebrated. Why? Because man make the money. Money don't make the man. Absolutely. Shout out to Ebo. I appreciate you, my brother. Truth as I know it. Salute, bro. Salute. See? What happened to our character as men, as black men? What happened to that? What happened to our integrity? What happened to that? See, I'm talking about shit you can't pay for. I'm talking about shit that don't come with a check. It just come with you being a man and not being scared. You scared you're going to get in trouble for being a man? Why are you scared to speak up for yourself? Black man? Huh? You scared you're going to die? You're going to die anyway, nigga. You're going to die anyway. Truth as I know it says, rage complaining over broken women that should have stayed away from is a career and entertainment for weak men. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. And this is the shit we got to move away from. This is why I did today's show. And I'm going to ask the question, have black men been scared out of their manhood? Have black men been so traumatized and scared that we're afraid to be men now? Because we're afraid of how a woman gonna react. We're afraid what she gonna say. We're afraid of her opinion. Like that ever fucking mattered when it came to being a man. Not that a woman's opinion doesn't matter to a man. I said it doesn't matter when it comes to being a man. Just like your opinion doesn't matter when it comes to her being a woman. You know why? Because you don't have a coochie. So you shouldn't specialize in telling women how to fucking be women. When we got enough shit we need to be talking about as men. Like stopping these little black boys from terrorizing the neighborhoods. Because that's what they doing. And you know what we doing? We playing the game. We playing the game. While the men are in the house playing the game, the young boys is outside really doing what they doing on Call of Duty. Y'all don't see the fucking problem yet? While we in the house playing the game, we shooting people on the game. They shooting people in real life. Oh, that's their mama fault? That's what you niggas gonna say. That's their mama fault. No, it's the men fault. It's the men fault. See? Because instead of you trying to get them boys to come in the house, because that's going to take your ass being outside. But you don't want to be outside because you worry about who might get some coochie from your girlfriend. You scared she might give a little coochie away. So you ain't going to go do nothing for real, for real. You ain't gonna go be about nothing. You see that? See that? Then you wonder why they don't respect none of the older dudes. Because ain't no older dude come in and show them nothing. Teach them nothing. Even care about them. But then you want shit to change. We got to do this shit, fellas. We're our own agency. Us. And the women who don't respect it and the women who don't want it, they won't have it. Leadership is not forced. So to the ones in the community who don't want it, you won't have it. It's just that simple. But because we come up against opposition, we're not going to say, oh, I'm not going to do it. If you had a hard day at work, you going to stop going to work? Huh, black man? If you had a hard day at work, your boss was pissing you off, so you're not going to go to work tomorrow? Your boss could disrespect you and you gonna clock that motherfucking time in tomorrow. Oh, but because you got disrespected out in the community, you have a choice to abandon it. But you ain't abandon your job. How many days you went in and your boss was an asshole? How many times you quit and got a job back? You see, this is why I say our trajectory has to change as black men. What are we doing this shit for? Because you ain't going to quit your job. Your boss pissing you off because you need that tricking money. Don't you? You need that trick money. So you ain't gonna quit your job, but you'll quit the community. You'll quit the community. You'll quit the community, but you ain't gonna quit your job. Self-University, salute. Truth as I know it says, guys living with their mother complaining about single women instead of laying on them. It's sus. Yeah. It's a lot, bro. It's dudes have been scared out of manhood, man. That's where it's happened, truth. Been scared out of manhood. And it's just that simple. Dudes think they need a cookie, they need a biscuit, they need something, they need a trinket for being men. You see? And we're not doing this for the respect of women. We're doing this because this is what men do. We're doing this for a trajectory change for the next generations of black youth. That's why we want to fix the community. So something could be different for the next 10 generations. At least they have a reference point. That's why. That's why you always going to have black men that's going to do this, that's going to take this stance. You see? Because if you don't have men doing this, where will your children be now? If you didn't have men who died, black women who died for trying to save the community, for trying to rebuild the community, guess what? Your motherfucking daughter and son will still have to drink from a black water fountain, nigga. Don't you know that? See, you niggas think it's a joke because you don't know your history. You don't know your history. Black people died so we can eat in restaurants with other people. You forgot about that? They died for a cause. You want to die from eating pork chops and ice cream. Huh? Shout out to you, Club Fortune. He said, thank you, DS1. This is the thing that they do not realize. A lot of the work that you are going to do will be thankless. Absolutely. Absolutely. See? Because the ones we really get our thanks from is from up above, man. From God and our family. Our women and our children. That's the personal thing. That's when the personal stuff comes in. We're not trying to fix the community so somebody could say thank you. We're doing this so our children can have a better chance. That's what this is about, dog. This ain't about you. This is not about us. See, men understand that about themselves. See, if you still think it's just all about you, then bro, you need to do some more soul searching. You need to do some more soul searching. Having integrity gives a person great self-worth. Exactly. Exactly. But we're not promoting that to these young boys. We're not. We're not. So shout out to everyone in the building. If y'all enjoyed today's show, make sure y'all hit the like button and share today's show. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. Shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate everyone for stopping through to today's show. Shout out to all the visionaries. I appreciate all of you guys. Shout out to all of my mods for coming through and holding down the Chizat. Much love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Shout out to everyone that's new here. If you're new here and you enjoyed the show, first make sure you hit the like button, then share the show. Share the show. If you would like to come back, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Shout out to you, Primo. Salute, salute. I don't know if you was in the clouds, bro, but if not, if you're just getting in here, you're gonna have to catch the playback. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, OG Mace. I appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to everyone for coming through to today's show, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to y'all. If y'all enjoyed today's show, the Cash App is going across the screen, as well as the PayPal and the Venmo. If you have donated financially to today's show, it's very much appreciated. Whether you hit the Super Chat, whether you hit the Cash App or the PayPal, it's very much appreciated. I appreciate all of you guys' monetary support. As you guys know, all of the monetary funds, of course, it goes back into the channel and it goes into taking care of me, your brother, DS1 Raw. So I appreciate the monetary support. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. So hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. I appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. No doubt, CC, thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. But before we get up out of here, remember, brothers, we have to heal before we build. We have to heal before we build, because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.